Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is Sharon, but you knew that already. My co-host.
The one and only Jamal.
Yeah. We got a story for you today. But before we get started, I need to go down there and hit that like button and go on over there and subscribe and share this video and hit that notification button. After we finish the video, I would like for you to leave some comments on what you think about what we just said.
And before we start, we got this video from the Art of Dialogue.
Yeah, I think they talking about a little bit of Diddy and TD Jakes about their relationship and how it led to TD Jakes stepping down from the pulpit because he's afraid his name gonna get drawn into this federal stuff in this trial of Diddy. So he wanted to step down and let people feel sorry for him because they think he's sick. So well, let's watch a little bit of the video and then we'll get back with you.
The promises or whatever. It gets.
How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman.
Oh, wait a minute now. Man on man, woman on woman.
Yeah,
You got,
that's what happens.
you got TD Jakes in a room full of sinners.
And he see what's happening. He know what's happening. He ain't crazy.
And and this is what people saying when they found TD Jakes at a Diddy party. This is what they gotta say about him.
Oh, damn.
They say about TD Jakes getting caught up. Oh, I can't make this up, people. All right, that's what they gotta say about TD Jakes getting caught up at a Diddy party.
I mean, TD Jakes know what goes on at Diddy's place. Everybody knows what happens at a Diddy party, and you gonna show up. You gonna be in the room with them, all them people. I mean, Gene Deal just said, they used to take it in the back, but now they don't. They just out in public doing it. And you standing there, a Christian man, you standing there.
I wouldn't say a Christian man. I would call him a Bible thumper.
Well, he had that image as a Christian, good, holy, righteous, clean cut Christian man. He had that reputation over the years. And I mean, if you didn't know, when you walked in the room, you saw that. You're like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, like Kevin Hart. Damn, I gotta go.
I gotta go. I can't stay here. I can't look upon this. No, but he didn't do that. He stayed at the party.
Yes, he did. And let's play some more of this video.
He on she.
I would have been swallowed up.
Oh, you was.
Yeah, you
was swallowed up.
You were definitely swallowed up.
Yeah, you got swallowed a long time ago. When you first started hanging out with Diddy, that's when you got swallowed up.
Now, this allegedly. Now, if him and Diddy are doing something, I wonder who's on top and who's on bottom.
But I don't know if him and Diddy was doing it. Diddy was using him for reputation.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. I don't want to put on misinformation out.
Yeah. I don't know who Jakes was doing it with, or if he was doing it, or maybe he just got off by watching. I don't know.
Who knows? Well, everybody knows at a P. Diddy party, there will be drugs, sex, and
dream.
money.
Yep. Now, when they did show TD at Diddy's birthday party up there shaking his little tight booty, well, he didn't have no little booty. He was shaking his booty, and him and his wife up there on stage trying to dance. Now, why you doing that?
And he got that medium T-shirt on.
Why you doing that at a sinner's party shaking your booty?
Well, only thing I can say, this is what people saying when they caught Jake's and Diddy's birthday party. This is what they gonna be. All right, this is what people are saying when the news and all them call him at P Diddy's party. This is what they saying.
Got him.
That's what they say. That's what they call him.
Man, he knew better than that. He knew better than to hang around with somebody like Diddy. I mean, he was out there in Hollywood. And he promoted some movies. Didn't he even direct a few movies? So it's not like he didn't know about Diddy. It's not like he hadn't heard anything about Diddy. He knew. Then the Bible tell you to come out and be separate. It tell you to be separate. Don't not to hate them, the sinner, but not you don't mingle with them as a friend or indulge in their lifestyle. You don't do that. And so how you going to stand up there and preach one thing in the pulpit and live another way in your private life?
That is very true. Yep.
I mean, they call that straddling the fence. You want to be on both sides. I mean, they say sin is enticing and sin is fun. I guess it is because of what people live in. But you gotta make up your mind. Whose side are you on? And he couldn't do that.
Well, the problem is with P Diddy and Jakes. When you morally corrupt and bankrupt, you have nothing left to offer. Money controls you.
I mean, Jake's word himself sick, and that is if he really was sick. I mean, he worried himself to death. He had that episode because he sit and worried night after night. I'm sure he did. Scared his name gonna come up at any time, and when his name come up, how you gonna explain that to your 30,000 members?
I don't know, but let's play some more of the video.
That dude was possessed with some kind of demon, man. He's possessed with some kind of demon. Want to be in all this red, this dark rooms with the music blasting. It had to be a certain temperature, a certain type of music for the vibration they were saying. Come on, bro.
You're going to want to sit down for this one. When Gene Deal talks, people listen. Why? Because this man lived in the shadows of hip-hop's most powerful empire. As Puff Daddy's former bodyguard, Gene wasn't just standing around in the background. He was right there in the mix. The parties, the meetings, the backroom conversations. He saw everything. And now, he's lifting the curtain on something nobody expected. The real reason Bishop T.D. Jakes stepped down from his position as pastor. To the public, Jakes' resignation looked clean, respectful, maybe even noble. But Gene is...
Oh, stop it. No, it didn't. We all know why he stepped down.
Well, yeah, the people who know, but a lot of people don't believe that. So they think it really was his health that made him want to step down.
No, his health is happening to him because he's getting payback for his sins.
Yeah, I know, but see, a lot of people don't believe that about Jakes. A lot of people are just all invested in him and believe that he's a saint and he's pure and he's innocent. He would never do anything like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking to the people on this one. The people
who know.
Yeah, people who know. They know he's stepping down because he got a lawsuit out against two brothers. The last name, the Youngbloods. I can't remember their first name. And then now he's trying to sue YouTubers, the big channels, people putting this information back, because he's gonna die fighting this to his day of death.
Well, you know that
Celestial.
yeah, they said she's a fake prophet and she's lying, but she said that's what's gonna happen to him. She said that before anything even came out. That's why nobody believed her.
Yeah, that's true. What like I said, whatever you do, you will have to answer for now or afterlife.
Yeah, what you do in the dark gonna come out in the light,
Now
and you're gonna pay for it.
And you know Gene Deal knows because security knows everything that goes down.
He was there. He said he was there in the mix. He said he saw everything.
Yeah, but let's play a little bit more.
Painting a much darker, messier picture. According to him, this wasn't just a man of God deciding it was time to rest. This was a move tied to something deeper, something involving Diddy. Let's be real, Diddy and Jakes weren't just friendly, they were tight. Over the years, the two appeared together more than a few times, publicly supporting each other and forming a bond that raised eyebrows in both the religious and entertainment worlds. But what wasn't talked about until now was what went on behind the scenes. Gene hints that their relationship wasn't just spiritual guidance and Sunday sermons. No, he suggests there were things happening in the background that couldn't stay hidden forever. And here's the thing, Gene Deal isn't just throwing out wild claims for clout. This man has carried the weight of what he's seen for decades. From the East Coast versus West Coast drama to the darkest corners of celebrity culture, he's been holding receipts. And this time, he's connecting dots that many people don't want connected. Diddy wasn't just powerful, he was calculated, magnetic, and dangerous in all the right ways. The kind of man who knew how to make people feel like they were lucky just to be in the room with him. But behind the designer suits and flashy charm, there was always something off, something dark. People stuck around him for different reasons. Some were bought, straight up cash. Some were lured in with shiny promises, a feature, a record deal, a seat at the...
Like I said before, only thing Diddy offered is money. His moral compass is so jacked up, he don't know where he's going left and right.
Yeah. I know people want money. And people are greedy. They want money.
I agree with that. And when you have nothing to offer, you feel you gotta control people because that money is the only thing you got to offer in the world. You don't know who you are as a person. All you know is you rich, and that's it.
Yep. That's all he needs to know.
And he gotta use his power over people because he's searching for something inside of him that he don't have.
He's looking for Jesus. That's what his soul is looking for. He's looking for Jesus. He's trying to cover it up with money, sex, drugs, alcohol, and all kind of crazy living.
I 100% agree with it. I'll play some more.
The table, and others, they stayed out of fear because Diddy had dirt, because he had leverage, because saying no to him meant risking everything. And when it came to TD Jakes, he wasn't just around for the faith or fellowship, he was all in. Sources and footage over the years have shown Jakes in rooms that didn't look like ministry. He wasn't there to pray, he wasn't there to counsel, he was there to partake.
Maybe that'll save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making making the Christians look real bad right about now.
And you've been to these parties, right?
Oh yeah, I was there when he was doing the white parties in the Hamptons and the whole 9 yards. So I know what goes on at the parties. If, they probably got a little bit more freakier, as time went on, because they got to the point whereas that they didn't even care.
Diddy gave him more than access. He gave him money, platform, power, and Jakes didn't just...
Like I said, P. Diddy is trying to fulfill something he don't have in himself. That's why he got to use drugs, alcohol, and he's a woman hater and beater.
Well, what's TD Jake trying to fill?
His pockets.
Yep.
Yeah. I watched that one time. Remember we talked about it before, where TD Jake says he gives on the level where God owes him, and God is not in debt to no man.
Yeah, that's what they say. He make God owe him.
How in the world The old dumb Papa Smurf looking self. I was about to say a cuss word, but I'm gonna try to keep it clean. Your Papa Smurf looking self think God owes you anything. It's you owe God your obedience
Your life
and
and
your life
everything else.
and everything.
But he said, when you give to God, that put God in debt with you. And God don't want to owe no man, so God got to pay up. Y'all become business partners.
If this isn't prosperity preacher at his finest,
Yep,
he's one of those feel good preachers trying to tell you what you need to hear.
yep. That's how you get rich. He's a multi-millionaire.
We'll call him TD Fakes.
Ooh.
That's what I'm
Well,
gonna call him.
Gino calling him TD Snakes.
Yeah. Well, let's play a little bit more. We ain't gonna carry on too long. If you want the whole thing, go to the Art of Dialogue and watch their channel.
Yeah.
Just accept it. He embraced it. For someone who preached about morality and redemption every Sunday, he sure didn't hesitate to be part of circles where those values didn't exist. This wasn't just friendship, this was alignment. Jakes wasn't an innocent man caught in a scandal. He was a man who wanted a piece of what Diddy had, no matter the cost. And if that meant looking the other way at what went down at those parties, if that meant being quiet when things got ugly, then that's exactly what he did. Because at the end of the day, Diddy gave him everything: money, exposure, a shot at cultural relevance outside the church. And Jakes gave something back: his silence, his presence, his name. You can't stand that close to the fire and pretend you didn't feel the heat. TD Jakes knew exactly what he was doing. Gene Deal didn't mince words. He came out and said what most people were too scared to even whisper.
It used to be secretly, where people used to go to, separate rooms and different rooms, and they wasn't doing that out in the public, but now they don't care. Men kissing men and all this.
There you go. He said they do out in public now.
So TD Jakes was standing out there in the public, in the room, watching all that stuff go down.
All the sinning go down.
And he didn't say nothing. He didn't leave. He didn't try to counsel Diddy to tell him, no, this ain't right. You need to clean yourself up. He didn't do none of that.
Now, I watched something before where TD Fakes, that's what I'm calling TD Fakes. He said something, so I'm not supposed to go where the sinners are, but you ain't supposed to go where the sinning is happening.
Well, if you're going to Diddy's party, you're going where the sinners are.
But that's where you're not supposed to be at Diddy party, because you definitely ain't preaching to nobody at Diddy's party.
Nah.
I can see you going to prison, ministering to the prisoners. They're trying to get right. That's a different story.
Yeah.
Well, I think we said pretty much all we could say.
Yeah. Gene Deal said it. We didn't say it. He confirmed that.
Yeah.
We ain't have nothing to do with that. We're just reacting on it. So don't come at us in the comments with all this hate stuff. We just reacting.
Yeah. Well, until next time, people, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time,
we're out.
We're out.